What's up, guys? This is Rise. The leagues are shifting today. We talked about the Willpower Cup, and now it's time for the Ultra League. Some of you guys are great league people like me. Some of you guys may be more into the Master League. Some love the Ultra League. I met someone at Community Day that said the Ultra League was their favorite league, and maybe you fall into that category. Well, if you're looking for some new teams to try out, we've got some top battlers from Brazil and other regions as well that are going to recommend some really cool teams for you to potentially try out, maybe have some success with, and try and hit that legend rank in the Go Battle League. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Oh, there we go. And we start things off with, like, who else but LNDS Hard Jeff, one of the top trainers in the entire world, international champion, multiple time regional champion, just an absolute insane player. And look at that picture, by the way. Isn't that a cool, like, little photo? It almost reminds me, if you ever played FIFA, like, of like a player card, like he's like, it's like his trainer card in Ultimate Team, or if it was like a trainer card in general. I don't know. Anyway, Gastrodon, Shadow Drifloon, Safe Swap, Galarian Moltres closer. Galarian Moltres, we saw a lot in the Willpower Cup team, so making an appearance here in the first team as well. And ABB with flying Pokemon that have good coverage and fast, plus charge attack pressure. Yeah, you don't have like an obvious answer to Ice, I guess, but you have enough like neutral play with the Gastrodon, and like the description says, I mean, the Astonishes and the Sucker Punches alone from your two flyers are still going to chunk against most Ice-type Pokemon. So a cool-looking ABB squad from LNDS Harjeff, and I could see this team definitely putting in a lot of work. Shadow Drifloon, such a dangerous Pokemon. I enjoy running it myself, and we will let me know if you guys want to run that team, run the Harjeff team. If you guys want to run any of these teams, honestly, send them in, and hopefully sooner rather than later, since I fly to a different place on Wednesday. Hope to schedule some videos out later today. But anyway, cool team from Harjeff as per usual. We go to Memi, who's running Tapu Fini, Shadow Drapion Safe Swap, opting for Sludge Bomb as opposed to Aqua Tail. And then he's got the Gastrodon in the closer position. So normally we see Aqua Tail on the Drapion. He's opting for Sludge Bomb. What could that be for? Maybe just a harder hitting move against something like Galarian Moltres, against fairy types. Also, if you see something like a Virizion, right, you have a super threatening Sludge Bomb as opposed to it kind of walling off your energy. So an interesting pick with the Sludge Bomb, and it just kind of depends. Also, if you see something like Mandibuzz, that Sludge Bomb can really come in handy in that matchup, because Aqua Tail is just a little bit underwhelming against Mandibuzz, versus Sludge Bomb is going to do some sizable damage. So, cool team from Memi. It says solid ABA water team. Drapion serves as a safe switch, but try to preserve if you read a double Ghost Psychic line. Fortunately for this team, Venusaur, you don't really see much anymore. Once upon a time, Venusaur was like really common in the Ultra League, but I think there's just too many counters to it this day and age, especially with Drifloon making a resurgence. Probably not the best meta for Venusaur at the moment, unless you run into Memi's team. That's GBL for you, though. We see team number 3. It's going to be Amelo, top 5 from Sao Paulo, 2024. Flexible team with Miltank safe switch to get shield advantage or win the switch advantage. Oh, and he's actually running a pretty crazy moveset. Thunderbolt Ice Beam on the Miltank, so no Body Slam. Body Slam did get nerfed, remember, so it's not the strongest move anymore. And Thunderbolt Ice Beam could definitely catch someone off guard, right? Like, if you Thunderbolt something, they're probably not going to be expecting you to have Ice Beam. So you could definitely catch someone off guard in that aspect. And then Drifblim and Clefable, two strong Pokemon. Clefable with that Swift and Moonblast combination can be really dangerous, because you can, like, bait the super quick Swift and then land the Moonblast and really flip matchups with that bait ability. So 3 cool teams to start it off. It's not letting me click this. Here we go. Next, we go to Thaliwi, and she is rocking Galarian Moltres, Miltank yet again, and Annihilate making the first appearance on this graphic. Annihilate, we covered, thanks to Tho Technical sending us some footage, is looking really strong now with Rage Fist. I think You could argue it might even be better than Primeape. I don't know. I'd probably still pick Primeape personally, just because the spamminess is so crazy. But Annihilate, like, definitely has merit as well, even though Primeape is ranked number 2, and Annihilate's ranked, like, 39 or whatever. But yeah, Galarian Moltres in the lead. We see Miltank with the standard Body Slam this time, and then Annihilate in the back. Miltank works well as a safe switch, especially with Thunderbolt to counter Water-type Pokemon. Makes sense. And what I like about this team is it's a little bit more ABC, or actually, I guess it's ABA, because you're ABA weak to Fairy. So if you saw like a Clefable in the lead, that could be kind of awkward. You may have to just stay in, maybe try to hope to land a Brave Bird, and then go from there. So could be a little bit tough to see a Fairy in the lead, but I like it. Cool team. And we go on to Mr. Ricardo, a.k.a. Desync, your 2024 Lima champion. He's running Shadow Fortress, as well as Drifblim and Galarian Moltres. Either Moltres and Drifblim can work as a safe switch based on the backline expectation. So, yeah, kind of up to you. Maybe depending on what you feel like the lead is, something that you have to get out against. Maybe if it's something like a Talonflame, I don't know, you could go into Drifblim perhaps, because you feel like maybe Moltres does a little bit better against Talonflame than Drifblim. So you kind of go into your soft counter and try to hopefully win back switch and then save your hard counter for later. But yeah, Shadow Fortress is pretty crazy in the Ultra League. That's a funny pick. I'm not sure if too many people would be expecting to see that, so it could definitely catch some people off guard. And that's the fun thing with running spicy picks, right? Is people might not be as familiar with them, their counts, how they play. I know personally when I've seen some Fortress this season, like I kind of don't know the counts, right? Especially if they beta Mirror Shot. Like I'm like, okay, now how far away are they from the Earthquake now if they just beta me with Mirror Shot? So sometimes the counts can be tough to remember for these spicier picks. We go on to Amero. He is rocking Galarian Weezing with Drifblim and Malamar. So we see Brutal Swing Play Rough as the moveset for G-Weezy. Drifblim safe switch to try and get shield advantage for the Malamar in the endgame. And of course, Malamar is just such a strong Pokemon right now with Psywave. Psywave, one of the best fast attacks in the game, really generating 4 energy per 1 turn, which is pretty insane. With the fact that it also deals some really nice fast attack pressure as well. Just a really crazy good fast attack. And then Foul Play and Superpower is a solid combination as well for its charge attack. So, cool team here. Pretty flexible team. I feel like these 3 Pokemon are oftentimes more of like the safer type of picks. So, a cool team. You probably have to try and lure out the Galarian Moltres or like the Mandibuzz with Drifblim, and then get some farm with Weezing, and then hopefully open up Malamar with shield advantage like the description says. So, makes a lot of sense from Amero. Smart looking team there. Yeah. We go on to Mr. Xiao Victor. And Xiao Victor, if you don't know, yeah, it even says in his little qualifier there, 7 times ranked number 1 on GBL leaderboard. That is crazy. I've hit ranked number 1 on the GBL leaderboard twice for reference, and I've been playing since like the very early days of GBL. So he's hit it 7 times. That's absolutely insane. Malamar, Galarian Weezing, and Tentacruel. Malamar is, it says also have the option of replacing it with Greninja with this team. So that's a cool little side option. If you don't have a Malamar, you could also put Greninja there. And he is running Overheat on the Weezing for his secondary move. Overheat going to be able to threaten those Steel type. If you see something like, I don't know, an Alolan Sandslash. Overheat just such a hard-hitting move. Can definitely pressure Steel types that would otherwise counter the Galarian Weezing. And then Tentacruel making an appearance here in the back can be a really solid Pokemon with that hard-hitting Scald, as well as Acid Spray to boost up that Poison Jab damage and the fast attack pressure. Or you could surprise people, run something like Sludge Wave or Blizzard for that heavy-hitting charge attack. Energy-based team. The backline does very well with energy advantage, so switching out at the right time can be advantageous. Makes sense. And yeah, and don't forget about Greninja. If you opt to go the Greninja route, Greninja is definitely another Pokemon that up energy can be a real menace to deal with. Is that the last team here? I'm having trouble selecting this graphic for some reason. That is going to do it, folks. Some Ultra League teams for you to potentially try out. I know you may not have all these Pokemon, but hopefully at least one of these teams you have access to and can maybe inspire some ideas. So if you guys want to check out this graphic or download it on your phone to have it referenceable, feel free to go check out Inadequate on X or on Twitter. He does such a good job putting these together and super helpful for the community. So shout out to him. If you guys enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. And all that said, thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.